Hey everybody, it's time for Chain of Memories.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had the video.
I said speeding and then I said 3, 2, 1 boop and then I clicked the
I
start
know
button.
you had 3, 2, 1, boop.
Well, I said it.
I believe you. I just
Keep up, kid.
don't snap at me.
Snapping at life.
Half of-
snapping at life.
Half the people are all dead now.
Do you know,
Half of all the people. Imagine all the
do you
people.
see what world we're going to?
I did not.
No?
I'll be
Ooh.
delightfully surprised or
It's a little
angry as
different.
fuck.
It's a little different.
Ooh, is it Spaghettiworld? Oh shit, it's the island.
Yeah.
It's the
baby.
Island.
Yeah.
It's Aslan from Lion, Witch in the Wardrobe.
I am the witch in the wardrobe. We're going crazy.
You went past
Whoa.
crazy.
We're nominating, I used to
Fuck,
think.
that's so weird for me.
Hey! Oh, you guys.
Hey, it's Beer Holder.
What's happening, man? Oh, what? I don't remember your names. Conveniently
What
say
the
all
fuck
of
is
your
she
names.
doing? Do you see what she did?
She's just bending. a little.
She like grabbed her hips and just bent over.
Yeah.
It's kind of
She likes Sora.
I can tell.
That's what she sounds like, I'd imagine.
Why does she have a cat face?
Because she's a girl.
All girls are cat girls.
Meow desu.
Go find her, cowboy. How do you want to? That's a wool. That's definitely a Woolseyism.
Woolseyism?
It's
What's a
when
Woolseyism?
it's when they translate differently because of like different audiences.
Oh, yeah.
They did not have cowboy in the original Japanese. I'm saying probably. It's named after the guy who did the translations for Square back in the day. Can't remember his name. Something Woolsey. Woolsey? It's really weird sounding.
The line that Sora says when Axel kills Vexen, what are you people? In the original Japanese, it was, what the hell are you people? But of course, Disney couldn't have that.
Yeah. I just recently learned the Spanish equivalent for what the hell.
Which is?
Que diablos.
Que Dablos.
It means what devils. Because what the hell doesn't really make sense. If you think of it from a standpoint that hell is the place. What the heaven doesn't make sense, right?
Of course not.
What in the heavens kind of makes more sense, but again, that's still colloquial. So what the hell wouldn't make sense in Spanish, so they say que diablos, which is so much more fun to say. Que diablos? Dios mío. I was reading up a little bit on religious curse words are just not really that
Hey, got key rewards.
important outside of American English. You know what I mean? Like the whole what the, like a little kid saying what the hell is usually a big deal in the US, but not anywhere else.
That's because the US is retarded.
Yeah. In Australia, I mean, a lot of people know that, you can say cunt in Australia, that's like the big thing. Supposedly, it still has bite if you angrily call somebody a cunt. It's still considered pretty harsh in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But if you if you call someone like a mad cunt or a sick cunt, it's like a compliment.
Okay.
I know that sounds really bad, but like sick means like
Cool.
kind of. It kind of means sick in the same way, but you're like jokingly like, oh, you're vile. You know, like you're joking around with somebody. It's like, ah, you sick cunt.
Yeah.
A mad cunt is, I think, cool. I'm not entirely sure. If you're Australian, leave a comment in the comment.
Yeah.
And
Blue
call
and
us mad
darkness.
cunts. But
Oh, damn, I missed my Moogle points.
in Australia, they will play explicit
Get outta here,
songs, you know, that say like "fucking them," during daytime radio, uncensored, which is something completely unheard of in the U.S. In fact, there might be laws against it.
Pretty sure there is.
The FCC would shit a fucking chicken. Funny enough, you could not hear that on radio because, however,
Yeah.
they do have something that they censor much more heavily against.
What's that?
Supposedly on Australian radio, you will never hear any racial epithets.
Oh.
Although, when they're often used in music, usually, I'm not going to blanket statement certain words, but they're used in a way in the US so that they're not racial epithets as much as they are, rap songs. You know what I mean? The audience knows what I mean. I don't have to explain. I'm not gonna say it.
Heyo!
False bounty. It's not real.
It's the falsiest. Where are we going?
To real bounty.
Going that way. It's the only way I can go.
Bounty's a quicker picker upper, they say. But not false bounty.
Quick Jams by Con Air. You know the ones. Ah, Darth Maul!
I think it's a Darth Maul.
Ah, Darth Maul!
Could you imagine if he was in here? Because Disney bought Star Wars. Could you imagine a Star Wars world in Kingdom Hearts?
Chain of Memories. They just retroactively add one to Chain of Memories and leave it out of every other Kingdom Hearts game.
People would be
Thanks,
fucking
guys.
pissed. And it has story important elements.
Oh, of course. they
Yeah.
would.
That retcon everything. It
You
turns
need
out
to- you need
Sora's
to,
a
like,
clone.
Kingdom Hearts Re Chain of Memories Plus, guys.
To get this special Star Wars world in which it's revealed that Sora and Riku have never existed. Has any that major retcons gone on in the story or no?
I don't know.
Big
I don't
big
remember.
enough that well, you said doesn't it make certain past games inconsequential?
Not
Like the
really. It
plots?
just makes them seem inconsequential.
Okay.
Because significantly bigger shit has been going on in the background, and it's all been according to plan.
Yeah. It's a little-
Yeah, get him.
That's a trope that it's really hard to pull off well. So whenever I write, I try to avoid it altogether. The whole "I knew all along."
I don't mind that trope, to be honest, if it's deserved.
Exactly.
But
It's not
to introduce the villain in the same game that you find out it's all been according to his plan.
Mhm.
I've gone through the entire series without this guy, and now you're telling me that he's done all of it, and I'm supposed to he's supposed to be the main villain for the whole series?
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. In what I'm writing right now, I do have a very smart villain who. It's more of well, that plan failed, plan B. Well, that plan failed, plan C. Over prepared,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to. I like that a little more than. This is all according. I knew exactly what you were gonna do. No, it's more this was a possibility, so I.
Yeah. Shit.
And the
Yeah,
hero
yeah.
kind of flies under the radar of the villain in this because that is something that is also overdone, but I think, again, if you do it correctly, the whole villain's arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
If Sora won because the villain never took him seriously.
which would be fair.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's kind of hard to take Sora seriously at all. Nomura should listen to me.
Nomura should listen to a lot of people.
I just want to clarify that I was joking. Nomura should probably not listen to me. I am not a big enough Kingdom Hearts fan to be like... I would not consider myself a fan. I like the gameplay. The story is... can lick my butt.
I can't wait to see you get into like the later games. Just the clusterfuck that they are.
Is it good clusterfuck or bad clusterfuck?
I'll let you decide.
Okay. It's a dangerous game to play with me.
They're fun to play,
Not to eat.
not to think about.
You ever notice that Play-Doh kind of added the whole fun to play with, not to eat after our childhoods kind of ended? Because it was because of, you know, our generation that Play-Doh had to be like, don't fucking eat it, God. It was salty as hell.
It was.
It wasn't terrible. It was just really salty.
It tasted like
I like how
salty dough.
We know what Play-Doh tastes like because we were fucking stupid kids.
No, well, granted, I didn't eat it when I was a kid. I put it in my mouth in high school because I was like, I wonder what all these people are talking about.
Oh. I never ate it. Or at least, I don't remember eating it. Because if I had Play-Doh when I was really young, I may have eaten it because I was... Babies are the stupidest things in the world. But, I did lick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to taste it. I wanted to know. My friends were all doing it.
I mean, of course. We licked Switch cartridges. Everybody did it.
Yeah, I licked Breath of the Wild when I got it.
Everyone who got a Switch licked their first game.
I told you I was hanging out with Xavier when I licked the Switch card when I licked Breath of the Wild. He's like, these taste nasty supposedly, and I licked it, and I was like, oh God! And then he was like, you're so fucking stupid. Let me try. He was immediately like, wait, let me try it right after. They do taste bad. If you guys wanted to know if they really tasted bad but never wanted to taste them yourself, they're just bitter as fuck. And that's to keep children from putting it in their mouths, or they put it in their mouths and they want to spit it out. It's an evolutionary thing, right?
I don't fucking know.
Evolutionary wise, we're not, because most poisonous stuff is bitter. And humans don't like bitter foods often. And then, of course, we had to like fight our evolutionary existence and drink coffee.
Coffee legitimately tastes good, though.
It does.
It's a pleasant bitter.
Well, you and I like to add sweeteners. We don't need
But I also like black coffee.
I know, but what I was saying is we don't need to add the sweeteners, but we do. I mean, the fact that we like bitter and sweet together, bittersweet, I guess is the term, is one of my favorite flavors.
One of my favorite moods.
It makes the sweetness feel like it's fighting something. You know what I mean? Like it's actually putting in an effort.
Yeah.
So the sweet feels more deserved and.
Get out of here.
I wonder when humanity started eating olives because they're supposedly really bitter, fresh. But when you know, of course, preserve them.
Ooh, a new skill. Ars Arcanum. Oh!
Well, the oil's not though.
3 attack card. Rain a flurry of up to 13 attacks upon an enemy. Oh my god. Value 1 to 6? Oh, I have so many of those.
Is that gonna break the game then?
I mean, I'm already breaking the game.
That's true.
That just means I'll be able to break it more.
Thank God. I'm glad that this is turning into a cakewalk.
You see what I mean, though? Like, if you legitimately
If you
just...
play it, yeah.
Yeah, it does get very rewarding. And it is really relaxing. It's not everybody's kind of game. It's not a game to do a fucking Let's Play of. But, I mean, It's a somewhat enjoyable game to a certain if you're in a certain mindset.
I think I'd prefer playing it than watching it, but at the same time, it's still not a game.
Yeah.
It's a game that I feel like was just not designed for someone like me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I said, not everyone's gonna enjoy this, but it has its merits. Especially during the boss fights when they actually do like unique strategies with their cards.
You love boss fights a lot.
I like imaginative boss fights.
Yeah, that's what I should say. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
They're like
I'm shocked you
individual-
haven't played Arkham City.
They're like individual little climaxes within themselves.
I think you should play Arkham City. I think you really like the majority of the boss fights. Oh my god, Mr. Freeze has like one of the best boss fights. Because what happens is you know how in the Arkham games, when you're in like a stealthier area, you sneak up behind people and do takedowns?
Yeah.
Well, you have to do that with Mr. Freeze multiple times, but you can never use the same takedown twice because he'll like adapt to it.
Oh man.
So, and he just like patrols the area, and you gotta sneak up on him constantly and try to find different ways to. It's funny because on like easier and medium difficulties, it's like actually it's not too hard of a boss fight. You just gotta like think a bit.
Yeah.
But on I think on New Game Plus mode, you have to fucking like use every single takedown method like that the game gives you in the game, like, and it's just.
See, I love shit like that. I blame Kingdom Hearts 2 for my high expectations of boss fights.
I totally agree that boss fights should be imagined. Like, that's the whole point of boss fights, is it's supposed to take the mechanics of the game and kind of turn them on their head a little bit. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
It's supposed to be like the grand culmination of the abilities that you've picked up along the way.
Mm-hmm. And using them in a different, unique way that doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I like it when boss fights give me a lot of trouble.
The in Arkham Origins, the Deathstroke fight is pretty much a whole game of knowing when to counter and when to attack and shit like that. And that seems like, oh, that's just the normal combat, but it's taken up to like 11, and it's just this cool ass fucking martial arts fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Deathstroke operates slightly differently. You have to like be a little more, what's it called? Precise with your counters.
Mm.
But it's not super difficult. I mean, I did it.
It was something hard. Damn it. I almost had that Mega Elixir. I couldn't have used it anyway. I don't have enough room in my deck.
Yeah. I like how this game is still throwing normal heartless at you, like that's gonna do anything.
Like it does fucking anything. Ah, you dodged my shit. No, you didn't.
Dodged your time.
Oh wow, am I maxed out on world cards? Alright, then random battles are useless. That means I can just go ahead and proceed.
Hell yes! You don't know how happy this fucking makes me.
And here's the key to rewards. I need a 2.
Hip hop a dee doo.
Do I have any 2s? There's a 2. It's a false bounty. I can afford that. And an 8. There we go. Oops, unplugged the controller. I think we're good though. Rick! Are you the real Rick or the Vexen Rick? Hey, Sora. Her, in capital letters. The movie Her, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. I love how it's supposed to be tense, like an earthquake or something. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but they just throw you right back to the relaxing piano music. Fuck am I go? Okay, gotta go back that way.
This music makes me think of the GameCube for some fucking reason.
The GameCube?
Yeah.
He scared me. Okay.
GameCube. I guess GameCube era games, a lot of them are peaceful, and a lot of them, it's the first time they like have like real music, right? And like not MIDI on N64.
Yeah.
Nintendo games tend to be more peaceful, and I didn't play a lot of PlayStation games back in the day, so it was kind of a Nintendo and Xbox split, and you wouldn't hear relaxing piano in an Xbox game.
That's
most
fair.
of them were edge to the max.
My primary relaxing game from my childhood is Pikmin 2.
And that was PlayStation 2, wasn't it?
No, that was GameCube.
Oh, it was GameCube?
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Oh yeah, Pikmin is Nintendo, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's a Miyamoto series.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
I had no idea. But
Get over here. Oh shit. Got me.
God damn it.
It's okay, I can use another card.
These things are fucking annoying. My opinion, that's one of the worst things you can do about video game enemies, is make them annoying.
Yeah.
You can make them difficult, just don't make them annoying. They shouldn't be weak as shit, but constantly getting in your way.
I honestly don't know if they expect you to play the game like this or not, but like they give you all the tools to do it, and they kind of encourage it at the beginning of the game. I don't know. I don't know if this is breaking the game or if this is how it was intended. I really don't know.
Either way, the fact that this is possible and, very, very doable, you have to judge it from the point of view that this is what they intended.
I guess
it's the path
right.
of least resistance.
Yeah. It's the best way to play this game. Hands down. Open that door.
You'll see a lot of games like nowadays that'll patch certain things to make the game more balanced in general.
Mm-hmm.
If the game is impossibly hard or impossibly easy, you know what I mean.
Oh jeez.
Usually they gotta, fix this shit. You know what game is good, but has, in my opinion, not so great of a community?
What?
It's 50% a great community and 50% a toxic community. Dark Souls.
I know nothing about Dark Souls. I just hear people talking about how impossible Dark Souls is, and I'm sure it's not that fucking hard once you memorize boss strategies. Like, I've seen it played. It doesn't look that fucking hard. It looks like a trial and error game.
It is, but there's a lot of people who do have trouble with it. People like me. And instead of saying, this game might not be for you, there's that running joke of get good.
Yeah.
But then it's slowly become, that joke has slowly become a serious idea, like motif of, oh, you're just not good at video games if you can't beat Dark Souls.
Yeah.
The idea that if you can't beat one game, you're bad at all games is kind of... Not everyone who plays Dark Souls, of course, has this mindset, but like... enough of them, and they're vocal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a majority of Dark Souls players, but there are. Yeah. I find a lot of video game fans to be toxic as shit.
Interceptor. What the fuck is that?
When you're specifically a fan of one. Depends on how popular it is, too. The Dishonored games are mildly popular, and I haven't really seen any toxic stuff from the community and stuff. I haven't seen people like attacking each other over shit.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps that it's more story based, I guess. Kind of world building too. I'm sure Kingdom Hearts has got some terrible people and some great people as fans, considering how widely spread.
From what I've seen, the general consensus on Kingdom Hearts is pretty much how I feel, but a more relaxed version of it.
You like it, but you think Nomura is a fucking madman. I
Yeah.
have no idea what he's doing with the story.
Yeah. Most people like Birth by Sleep. I like Birth by Sleep. And that's the prequel that takes place 10 years prior. But the general consensus is Dream Drop Distance is the one that drops the fucking ball. I personally think Birth by Sleep starts that. But, I mean, yeah. That's just up for debate, I guess. But Dream Drop Distance is the very next one. And it is even worse than Birth by Sleep in terms of just taking the story in directions it never needed to be taken.
But a lot of people like that one, you said?
From a gameplay standpoint, it's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
But no, most people don't like that one. Birth by Sleep is the one that people like.
Oh, okay.
And I like it. But it doesn't work as a standalone story, and the stuff that it introduces for the Kingdom Hearts universe is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I have no problem, of course, with expanding shit in universes and stuff like that, but like you said, when it makes everything else... If it makes going back not good anymore, I guess. Story-wise, I should say.
The thing is, I like the plot line that goes throughout Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, and Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think Kingdom Hearts 2 was a perfectly fine finish to it. Then Birth by Sleep kind of starts this new plot line that Dream Drop Distance follows up, and then Dream Drop Distance is also a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2. But it follows up on the Birth by Sleep plot line. And you realize that Sora has nothing to fucking do with this plot. So it's just kind of events happening to Sora that are related to this other plot, and Sora doesn't know what the fuck's going on, even though the audience knows exactly what's going on.
He becomes a passive protagonist.
Exactly.
Which is not a good thing at all.
Exactly. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is continuing this plotline that I really don't give a fuck about.
That one project I'm working on, I'll just say a character named PB was a passive protagonist, and then I just flipped it on its head, and now nothing happens in the story without her intervention. But it was easy to just make her constantly like, I need to know. Character motivations are incredibly important to have an active protagonist. You gotta have a protagonist who wants to complete the story, who has a goal, a very clear goal in mind.
Yeah.
And I actually think I might need to go back and make that goal a little more clear. Because I think I imply it, but I don't really outright say it. And you know me, I have a problem with being a little too ambiguous. Because there's shit I want the audience to figure out on their own, but sometimes I don't realize that I'm being so obtuse that there's no way somebody can figure that out. It's hard. It's easier to understand something when you've written it, obviously.
A lot of the twists in the Kingdom Hearts series are also just boil down to, oh, I didn't know the universe worked like that, so I could never have come to that conclusion. Whatever.
They feel like assholes.
Yeah, they do. Everything, a lot of stuff in Kingdom Hearts 2 feels like an asshole. But everything in Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance feels like an asshole.
If you play Kingdom Hearts 2, we're playing that next, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a long one, so we're gonna be on that for a while.
Shit.
But it's significantly better than this.
Okay. That looks fun.
It's very episodic too, so we can just kind of.
Do you want me to play some of it or no?
If you want to.
I was thinking there's 2 protagonists, right?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I know what you're thinking about. No, there is one protagonist for the first 3 or 4 hours of the game, and then the rest is Sora.
Oh.
So basically, it's you do the tutorial as this other person.
That's. I mean, I'm not gonna judge it. That's weird.
It's weird.
It could be done.
It works. Well? It works in the terms of the plot.
All right.
It really does throw you for a loop. Be like, what the fuck's going on? And I think, like I said, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 does it well. The whole whoa, what the fuck's going on? It
and
does it in
oh.
Yeah. It all ties together really well.
I'm slightly let down, but not in a way that's oh, that's stupid of them to do. More of, I thought it was this, and I really like this in games.
Yeah.
Where they have, go back and forth between different protagonists. Well, I like it in certain games, and then
there's definitely more of that throughout the series, just not in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
Birth by Sleep is 3 different protagonists.
But it's a shit story, so it doesn't...
I don't think the story...
Oh, wait, no, Birth by Sleep is fine.
Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, Dream Drop Distance is also 2 protagonists. You do half the game as Sora, half the game as Riku. And really, the game seems like it was supposed to be Riku's game, and Sora was just kind of thrown in.
Oh. I don't like it when, I don't like it when the characters play the same. Because it just feels like, what's the point half the time?
Yeah.
I love it when games have, multiple protagonists that have, different strengths. Although, that is entirely something you gotta, decide from the beginning, because otherwise...
You got me.
Yeah, if you don't design that from the beginning, then you're not gonna be able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wrong way.
There's a lot of things that in game design you have to kind of decide from the beginning, because if you don't implement it, then it's...
Why is it there?
Yeah.
And a lot of the the Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, they do that well. They definitely start with saying, what if we took the Kingdom Hearts battle system and did this one interesting thing with it?
And then that's another character?
No, that's the whole basis of the game. Nomura has said that all the games that are on portable consoles, which are those 2 that I keep mentioning, they were ways to test out different battle mechanics.
I'm sure this was too.
Nah, this was This was a very early on game.
Oh, well, I thought
In terms
the
of
whole
that.
card thing was.
That doesn't really come back.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of the battle mechanics that get introduced in Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance are coming back for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, what I was basically saying is that player A is faster, player B, or character A is faster, character B is slower.
I know what
so-
you're talking
Alright.
about.
Did they do that or no?
In Birth by Sleep, yes, the three characters play differently.
Cool.
There's one heavy character, one speed character, and one magic character.
Oh. That makes sense. I saw a post the other day that said, imagine being a huge Kingdom Hearts fan and waiting this long for Kingdom Hearts 3, and Donald still heals your enemies. Does he do that in 2?
No. The only game where he heals your enemies is this game. Because he spams a random 2 magic attacks, and if you happen to be fighting like Axel or Larxene or Vexen, then their own magic spells could heal them.
That's fucking hilarious.
But no, Donald will never actually like do a cure spell on an enemy.
No, I meant more of attacking them with
Okay,
something
yeah.
that heals them. Donald's healing is a lot better in the second one too, isn't it?
I'm not quite sure about that.
Oh, okay.
It's about the same as the first game, if I remember correctly.
I just thought he was pretty good at healing you when you were at your lowest. Like the AI was smarter about healing you, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't quite remember. Take a fireball. Take another one. Yeah, you're dead. That deck was not built for that boss, but I made it work.
Oh, and you said Goofy kicks ass in the second one too, right? Compared to the first one?
No, the reason to have Goofy on your team as opposed to Donald in that game, at least for the first part of the game, is because the forms that you can take with the 2 Keyblades, those forms are different depending on who's in your party. Goofy gives you access to the Valor form, which is the red one with the dual wielding blades.
And that's just a better form.
Well, you don't get Donald's form until later in the game.
Oh,
so
so
at the
there's
beginning,
no
it's
point.
just better to have Goofy.
Because then you don't have a form if you shoot them.
Yeah. And magic isn't as useful in that game, considering you have all the party attacks. And whatnot. Bless
Sorry.
you.
But this isn't right.
Okay.
Stop. I wanted to see you. But this isn't the way back. I was lonely for so long. I just couldn't.
Let me just fix this thing. Oh, I love Kyrie, not Nomin. Oh, okay. I should cosplay as Nominee. I got blonde hair and blue eyes, and I could
But to your heart, I had to.
wear a simple white dress and be like, I'm cosplaying, guys.
Because I promised that I would protect you. Sora.
And you can be gender bent Sora.
I don't want to be Sora.
I know you don't. That's why I said you should be.
I'm not supposed to be in this picture.
It's a video game, not a picture.
That's true.
Whoa.
Nominate? That isn't me. I'm not there. I don't really exist inside your heart.
False
I
nominee.
don't exist
Which one?
in anyone's heart.
Well, one's more opaque than the other. That's gotta mean something. Is that just to differentiate them?
I don't know.
That one's transparent, that one's opaque.
Why? I mean, they're both saying the same shit. Why couldn't she just be one person?
That's
Was it
true.
really me you wanted to see?
Of course it was. I know I've forgotten a lot of things in this castle, but never anything about you. Look.
God, I hate Sora. He doesn't understand that maybe the opposite. He's remembering things that didn't happen.
No, Sora, you can't believe me.
Oh, now they're okay. Now one's bad.
What am I supposed to do?
Think, Sora. Think just one more time.
I'm trying, Kyrie. I mean, nominate. Why did I say that?
Call out to that piece of memory that glimmers faintly deep inside your heart.
God, I want to throw up.
No matter how far away the light gets, your
The
heart
dialogue
is
in
always
Final Hearts, Kingdom Fantasy.
That's an easy one. It's you, not me.
Namit.
Nama nama nama.
Huh?
Namaste namasama mosasa.
It's a Kyrie star, not a nominee star.
What the creepy little face.
You're a Kyrie, not a nominee.
Whoa.
Where'd my voice actor go? Haley. Haley.
Holy fuck, we did it at the same time.